It's crazy. I woke up this morning not knowing that I was about to see one of my favorite movies of all time. This movie, I have so much love for this movie. Oh gosh, where do I even start? Honestly, let me just start off by saying I cannot believe it took me this long to watch this movie. I've been putting it off. I know it came out so long ago, and I literally saw the last screening possible today in Waco. Tonight at 8:20, that was the last screening they were ever going to have it in theaters. And I am so glad I caught it. I can't express just how happy I am that I managed to see this one in theaters. And I didn't know anyone that had personally seen it. I heard it was good, and I heard it got a lot of Oscar nominations, and it had good performances, and it was funny and satirical and slightly controversial. But I just didn't have anyone actually tell me to go see it. And that is just so sad. Everyone needs to see this movie. Gosh, I'm spoiling my review before even starting. You guys already know how much I love this, but I can't hold back. Jojo Rabbit is a movie that was written and directed masterfully by Taika Waititi. I was right. Oh, gosh. First of all, what a guy, what a director. I loved his past work, but this movie by far succeeded everything he had done before. You could tell there was just no one holding him back, just him and the artistic story that he wanted to tell in whatever way he chose to tell it. He also acted in it in one of the funniest performances I've seen all year. Actually, ever. His portrayal of Jojo's imaginary friend Hitler is amazing. You will never see anything like it. He is the only person that could have done that, and he's the only person that could have written and directed this movie. I honestly couldn't tell you who else could have directed and written this movie, the way he did. Maybe Edgar Wright, one of my other favorite directors, but I mean, this was his movie, and he completely mastered it. There are so many good things I want to praise about this movie, I don't know if I'll have time. Actually, no, I'm definitely going to praise every single little thing I can about this movie. I love it so much. Let's start off with Roman Griffin Davis. This kid can act. It felt so natural. He completely embodied this character at such a young age. How do you do that? He was hilarious and so heartwarming to see on screen. You immediately fall in love with his character, and you're with him through the entire journey as he matures, and you never for a second consider him as just a kid actor. This part was essential for this movie to be as good as it was. He needed to be this good, and he absolutely was. And he's just one of the amazing performances in this movie. Like I said, Taika Waititi was amazing, but also Scarlett Johansson as Jojo's mother. Gosh, she is such an amazing actress. I don't think I really ever appreciated how good she was in the Avengers movies, and now finally with Marriage Story and this amazing movie, you finally get to see what she actually can do apart from the superhero genre. And that's not to say that she did bad there. I'm actually still really excited for this Black Widow movie coming up, but I honestly don't think she can rival these type of performances. She fits so well in whatever role she's given, and I love that she's doing movies like this, and I really hope she continues doing them. Archie Yates, another wonderful performance by a kid actor. This guy was hilarious.
Okay. Oh God.
That's the guy I would want to be best friends with at that age, in that circumstance. He's just such an amazing little guy, and absolutely hilarious. This entire movie is full of amazing comedy, and yes, it's satire, and yes, it can be considered controversial, but people are just so easily insulted nowadays. This movie is a hilarious movie, just laugh. Don't be so sensitive, enjoy the art. It's an amazing piece of comedy, and I say that, but I don't even really find anything that can be controversial. I don't even know where people got that from. It's just comedy. Pretty much every single joke in this movie lands. It's smart comedy. It's not just a line that's slapped onto the script to make it a little funnier. The whole movie itself embodies this comedic aspect, and it's so well balanced with a more dramatic aspect that the movie also has. That's something that this movie did masterfully. The balance between the comedy and the drama mixed perfectly into this movie. Because the actual topic and theme of the movie is really, really serious stuff. And yet it manages to make a movie that could have been a lot like Boy in the Striped Pajamas and make it into a really fun, heartwarming movie. And yeah, having mentioned Boy in the Striped Pajamas, it does bear some resemblance to the type of story arc that the kid in the movie goes through, as he is German and he does look up to Adolf Hitler.
Growing up too fast. 10-year-olds shouldn't be celebrating war and talking politics.
Heil Hitler. I wish more of our young boys had your blind fanaticism.
But then he has an encounter with this Jewish person, and he actually sees that they're just like him. They're just normal humans, and in his eyes, he has to learn to see them as that because he has never been taught anything different.
Did you know Jews can read each other's minds? But how would you know if you saw one? They could look just like us. Hi.
So you can really see the ignorance of a little kid and how easily gullible they are, and this movie really explores that, and it breaks your heart to see how easily persuaded these kids are, that it's probably really accurate to how many kids actually felt.
You two seem to be getting on well.
She doesn't seem like a bad person. I'm the enemy. You're not a Nazi, Jojo. You're a 10-year-old kid who likes dressing up in a funny uniform and wants to be part of a club.
So like I said, it manages to drive home that really important, deep message with a lot of really good comedy. I mean, I don't think I've had this much fun in a movie while also coming away feeling changed by the movie. Its theme and message is so well delivered, so well handled. I cannot imagine it being done better. Moving on to more technical aspects of the movie, the cinematography was gorgeous. There were so many beautiful shots, so many creative ways of filming things, and there were some really good uses of slow motion and good at camera angles and long takes and wide shots, beautiful scenery in the background. Everything about the cinematography was amazing. The actress that plays Elsa, the girl that's hiding in Jojo Rabbit's house, and the girl that he built a relationship with, her performance is also amazing, and her character is such a wonderful character. And you feel so happy that Jojo is able to meet her and change his perspective and open up his worldview, and just their interactions are so much fun. And for me to say that it's one of my favorite movies, not just of this year or this past year, this decade, but one of my favorite movies. It's rare when I feel so strongly about a movie, and this is definitely one of those times. I cannot recommend this movie enough. It's hard to make me cry at a movie, and the last few minutes of this movie had me almost in tears of happiness and joy and relief of just how good this movie actually was. Again, guys, I cannot recommend this movie enough. And also, I need to make sure to check it out soon because the Oscars are coming up, and I really wanted to have an idea of what I was going to pick for Best Movie, and honestly, I would not be even a little bit disappointed if this one, even against the lineup of all those amazing movies, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, all these movies like The Joker, all of these year's top Best Pictures are actually some of my favorites of the year, fully, and this one was the last one I hadn't seen, and it's the one I really needed to see the most. It is, of course, a 5 out of 5 stars, no doubt. By the time I upload this, it's probably not going to be in theaters anymore, unfortunately, and if it is, I do really recommend you go see it there. If not, hopefully it comes out for you to buy or rent soon, because you cannot miss this movie. Definitely go check it out. And it's also one of those movies that actually makes me really nervous to film a review, just because I don't know if I'm going to be able to express just how much I like it. I don't want to leave things out. I don't want to fail at expressing just how good this movie is. And I also don't want to just be shouting, it's good, it's good, it's good. I want to actually be able to tell you guys why. So this review was actually really nerve-wracking to do. I really hope I was able to convey just how good this is and why. And yeah, guys, I really enjoyed this film. I hope you guys go check it out. I'm so happy that I got to see it, and I just really recommend you do. Guys, if you enjoyed this sort of content, please make sure to subscribe, check out my latest videos, and as always, drop a like and drop in later. No, actually, drop a like. Also, drop in later too.